neighbor Lisa Foxy, and welcome back to StarField. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna continue on in here. Usually I have this like all tested out before I like start recording, but it's starting G with me today. But anyway, so here we go. We're gonna carry on in our adventure today because I'm looking forward to it. And sorry if you often see me like tab like this. Sometimes I'm kind of checking stuff because I'm like multitasking here and there. But I promise that I will try not to let this interfere as I record. So also, I'm sure you guys notice I get a little delay on the thumbnails, but I do my best trying to get those out too. I mean, usually I love making some pictures for you guys and just posting them up on there. And yeah. Okay, so let me stop yapping and just kind of go. So I think we're supposed to head now back in space because after our lovely friend here, you know, she wasn't doing us a favor, or it wasn't she, it was he. So yeah. But I forgot that the weapons and stuff are a little different in here. Yeah, I changed this to A. And, I'm just trying to make sure I know what is going on here again, because... Oh, it would be nice if I could just put, like, my weapons here or something. Maybe I just haven't figured it out yet. Which is fine. Let's see here. Inspect, sort, favorite. Can just go to the guns. I mean, that probably would be better. Right, so the gun thing looks like looks like we have to go in and, you know, try to get the weapon. It's really bizarre. Alright, anyway, so let me stop diddling and yapping and let's just take off. So I can fast travel according to it. But I like taking off. It's fun. Fast travel. If I can do it right. Okay, so mission. I'm still never gonna get used to all of this. Is that where we need to go? Or is that where I am? Okay, that's where it shows me. love how this game is in so many levels. Like, it's pretty awesome. But I love space anyway, so anything with space is pretty fascinating to me.
Hey, Bosco! What, no Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again? And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship. And you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Ship needs a repair. I'd like to view to modify. Let me see what ships you have for sale. Where did you say I could sell things? Where can I go if I need more crew on my ship?
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza.
Okay. Where do I sell things?
The Trade Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Let me see what you have for sale.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Ooh, what a ship. Vendor's credit. And my credit. Okay. It's a big ship. Oh my gosh, that is okay. Oof, that price. Okay, so the vendor has that kind of income, and then my credit is not as okay. I got you. But it looks like I can't afford any, of course, ships right now. But it is cool to look at these ships. Wow. Really small. Really small ships. Or like some of them are big and pretty. And I can see people probably modding the heck out of this and be like, oh yeah, I'm getting this, ship and ooh, wow, this looks like Outlaw Star right here. Knowing me, I probably would have did that. Okay. That is really cool. Alright, so this little fella, the Rambler. Okay. Well, my
Sure,
ship,
have at it.
I'm gonna modify it. So I've heard I can modify it. Inspect, ship builder, upgrade ship. Ship upgrade mode allows you to make improvements to your ship without needing to worry about where modules should be placed. Some upgrades may have level or scale requirement. Multiple upgrades can be made, and their cost will be added up to the end of the session. Oh, okay, so I could probably do smaller upgrades. Weapons. Okay. Engine shield on the white dwarf. But this is the engines. Okay. And shields. Drive, reactor. Pretty pricey. That means I really need to make sure I get a really good job. The only thing I can see me upgrade is my weapons. Okay, so we can do laser, autocannon, like a few inches off. Okay, so I probably do want to get an auto. Okay, so what about ship builder? Ship builder allows you to fully design, modify, and paint your ship. The floor gauge to the right tells you where new modules will appear when the floor gauge is at 0. For example, new modules will be placed in the center mass of the ship. Building new ships, modules will cost credit, and deleting them will give you credits back. Shipbuilder will keep a running total and process the entire transaction at the end. There is a flight check that will give you warnings of error if your design is invalid for any reason. Okay. Select all. Duplicate. You can edit. Variant. Oh, okay, so it tells you how much it is if I wanted to upgrade. Ooh, wow. Okay. Are the colors free? Ooh, what color? Color 2? Ooh. Okay. That's cool. So you can kind of customize that. Hopefully it's not really going to charge, right? My thing looks like a monster thing already. Oh, that's cool. So it kind of keeps the color. I'm so used to pressing A, and then that would be like whatever you pick. Oh, me too. Okay. I am so not used to this. I'd probably change this to. Guys, I feel like I'm making a strange creature out of my ship. This is so cool though that you can customize all of this, and it's pretty fun. I like that. It's like you get to kind of change parts and change the color part of the ship. But I wonder what else. Like, I'm pretty sure you can probably buy parts. I'm assuming maybe that when you buy the ship and then you buy the parts, you'll get more out of it. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. pause, change all items will be moved to the cargo hold. Okay. That's so interesting. Okay. Prepare my ship.
Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape.
Great.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled. But I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
Little unfair, don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
Does that woman have any idea who I am? Not now.
Oh man, she's an angry person.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
And we're still dreaming that's humans for you. We can ruin a glass of water. You hear that? Spacers, who are they?
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes.
Yes, I have.
They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
What's that?
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there, somewhere. Or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
Okay. Some of us are still dreaming.
Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty? So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events.
So, run into the Chrism fleet too.
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier.
Okay, so who are you?
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Goodbye.
Wish that bartender at Viewpoint would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Galaxy is someplace, kid. Gotta be the bravest kid I've ever met. Can't imagine losing my parents hanging their pals. Serpent?
Yeah, it was like, snakes and serpents will eat you all! Rah! The stars will squeeze you! Rah! Or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help.
Okay. What does the little boy know about mercenaries? Alright.
Probably. I'm pretty brave. A kid tried to bully me once, and I punched him in the head.
Wow.
Don't take shit from anybody, my mother says. And I don't. Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
May I help you?
Spreading like a virus. Something to report?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Nice. Got it. Oh man. I mean, I get anywhere at the rate I'm going. Oh man, I feel like I'm in like a Buzz Lightyear film here. Your dreams from stars to stars.
Insomnia has just gotten so bad. Maybe if I try easy sleep tea.
Oh man.
This is New Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Alright. So there's a residential district and commercial district. Okay, but we need to go to Mass District. just, I love this. Oh my gosh. I'd be like that kid in this.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
I'd be a kid in a candy store, that's what I was gonna say.
This place always surprises me.
A new novel written by Freestar veteran and author Hawa Megan has been climbing.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
You seem to be staring. Is something wrong?
Yes. Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Try. I might be interested if there's something. Sure, I'd love to help.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
If anything, I want to make sure. Go on. I am so not used to this. Pretty sure I thought. Okay, so the trees, I will kind of unmark. I want to unmark this if I can. I don't think I can. I can. There we go. Because I just want to focus on one. Okay.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
I was like, where's Vasco? I didn't even see him there. My brain was thinking that. I was like, what? Alright, lodge.
You have picked up too much matter and become over-encumbered. Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All the phenomena we see out in the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two keep good. going on like this, and I'm bound to leave. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little friendly conversation, Sarah, that's all.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Let's see. Doesn't matter. I have your artifact. Who are you? Why don't we start with you telling me what... Okay. Why don't you start telling me?
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which, where is Barrett? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
There's bright light and music. I'm not talking about this. That thing almost killed me. How many times has this happened? Who else had these visions? Wait.
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
It was bright light and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
Gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
Don't mind me.
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Alright, I'm in. Tell me what happens next. This is a little too much. I need some time to clear my head. How much do you know about the artifacts? What are they? You want me in the constellation? What does that mean? What's expected?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
Alright. Oh, how much do you know about the artifacts? What are they?
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building. Well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Okay, well... Alright, I'm in. Tell me what happens next.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Alright, so I do want to get to know who everybody is.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Okay, Sarah said something about a place for me to stay. You seem to know about these artifacts. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides artifacts. The vision I saw, what do you think that was? How long have you been working with all that? Okay, so let's start with this. The vision, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
This random, let's see, synapses, firing, it means something. So there's a reasonable explanation? Whatever I saw or heard, it wasn't coming from me. But wait, Barrett saw something too?
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Okay. Whatever I heard, it wasn't coming from me.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Okay, hold on. There was more that she had to say, so I'm curious.
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call what you perceived as light.
Let me keep going, okay. This wasn't a random, it means something. So there's a reasonable explanation?
There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Okay. How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Let's see. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts. You seem to know about the artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Trying to see what else there was in case. Let me know how I can help you learn.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Organic stuff, got it. I have more important things to worry about. How would organic resource help learning about art?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Got some organic resource for you. Okay. Let me kind of keep going.
Oh,
into this.
until you arrived, there's still so much.
Sarah said something about a place. Okay, so this was her beat. There was something else she had. But anyways, let's ask about other.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Okay. Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet
Hey, have you been up to the eye recently?
Emphasis on the quiet part. At
Oh,
least
I just
usually.
don't know how he
Let's
does
head
it.
upstairs.
Up there all alone.
Sebastian
for so
Banks,
long.
Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Wow. Well. Got a little bar up here. How nice.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full. Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Wait.
I hope Barrett makes it back to us. I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still. Great, let's see what you have.
I got. Okay, I'm just gonna do 3 because I'm just curious.
Stay safe, okay?
Wait, so this is my place? Wow. I can sit. Sonic. Moby Dick. take a suitcase with me to space. You think he would have like a... No, never mind. Like you think there would be a storage. But there is. I'm gonna just put all of these in here. I just want them all in here. I want all of this in here. All of it. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. Great. Alright, so. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time and take what I really need. Okay. Need only one cutter. One gun. I will take one of each. Until I'm comfortable with the right sword. I mean, gun. Sword, that's funny. Okay. Axe. And one of these. Okay, space suits. Probably should have, hold on. So, this is the highest energy. Is it higher? It has 28. That has 34. 39. This one's better. Equip one of these guns. Wait. Okay, so I can only equip one weapon at a time. It's modified. Okay, I see. Take the purple in case, because, yeah. Alright, so we got some really nice, nifty stuff here. Space Tucker. Energy's pretty low for everybody else except this. Take these. Roll that. Aid. Source 2 health. Butter. Restores 4. Eggs. Ship. Not sure what that's really about, but take those in case. If I'm missing anything else, I'll definitely come back for that. Take notes. I didn't mean to bring that suitcase. That is so hilarious. I'm not too sure what this really is. Why did I pick that up? Alright. Okay, we're gonna put that on. And got the helmet on. Okay, got the right pack. Suit. It's a frag case. Okay, everything else I'll leave in here. I am kind of curious of everybody else. Weapon case. Wow. Got a little lab room going on in here. Okay, so her room rotates. The pink pillows. Bathroom. I guess I can't close the door, huh? You think if you're looking in the center, there we go, that you automatically would get to the door. No. Whose room is this, I wonder? I'll let you guys read that if you like. Okay, so this leads back to the main hall. Interesting. What was this? Interesting. Wait a minute. So this takes me outside, upstairs, right? So we'll find out about that. Oh, boy. Hello.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation at a time like this. Focused, no nonsense, and dedicated. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Been called worse. If that was an apology, you can do better. You don't even know me. Well, I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Okay, just watch the grumpiness in the future. I hope the drinks are at least free. Well, glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
This isn't what I expected to find, the CAO. What is your role in the Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Do you think the visions I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
It's perfectly held, as far back as I can never remember. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I'm sure I see lights and hear music all the time. It's non-stop party in my head. I haven't hit my head recently. If that's what you're thinking, you mean, have I seen something like this before? Well, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
What kind of company is...
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. I do have other things that require my attention, you know.
This isn't where I expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else. Goodbye.
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Could you use on my I could use you on my career path. Okay. Outpost development? What do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Useful, but I'll try next time I touch down on a planet. What kind of advanced structure could I build? How do I know if the planet has resources I need?
A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Okay. Sounds useful, but I'll try it next time I touch down on the planet. Okay, so what kind of advanced structure could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
Okay, well, sounds
The
useful.
blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
I'm glad that you take your job seriously. Protecting Barrett must have been quite a challenge.
Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
How long have you been part of the Constellation?
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
I could use you on my career path.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Manage your crew. Review. Change their assignment between your ships and the outposts and different crew. And have different skills to enhance your ship with an outpost. Okay. Confirm. Alright. Oh, this is okay what Vasco can do. well, I am missing one more person that I haven't talked to yet, but if you guys like this, please remember to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe, because I cannot wait to explore a little more and talk to everybody more in here and do more adventures. I'm sorry it wasn't like extra in here, but most of it, of course, was me trying to I was just fascinated by everything. So until then, I hope you guys take it easy and you guys stay safe out there. And again, thank you again so much for watching. I cannot wait to do more episodes of this. So until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, bye.